This week, we will hear how police oversight should be overhauled in Ontario. Now, this is Michael MacIsaac when he was alive. We're about to show you a video taken just moments before the Ajax man died, and want to warn you that this video is sensitive. So this is 47-year-old Michael as he's running down the street in Ajax naked on December morning in 2013. This next video is Michael on the ground. You can see him right here, surrounded by Durham regional police officers after he'd been shot twice. Michael later died in hospital. The SIU ruled that the shooting was justified, but his family says key evidence was ignored, and they're speaking out as a judicial review is about to be released into police oversight in Ontario.
They're coming, they're coming. They're coming, they're coming.
Does he have any weapons?
Yeah.
What does he have?
He's got a table.
The 911 call just moments before Michael MacIsaac is shot in Ajax in December of 2013. Joanne plays it from her computer in a basement that's crammed with boxes of independent investigations her family has paid for.
We spoke with a couple of ballistics people out of the U.S. We hired a forensic scientist here in Mississauga to analyze all the audio recordings that we had. We've hired 2 investigators. It enters in his body here, and it lodged in his L34.
There's even a life-size mannequin, all evidence the MacIsaac's had hoped would get their brother a justice they believe has been denied.
We've got a mannequin that we're putting the trajectory of the bullets in. We had an independent autopsy.
Joanne MacIsaac is highly critical of the SIU investigation that cleared Durham police in her brother's death. She has more than a handful of times met with the judge who will later this week release recommendations on the first major overhaul of the SIU in more than 2 decades.
This is the report that you actually handed to Justice Tulloch.
Yes. Yeah. It kind of outlines our experience with the SIU and some of the evidence that we feel, that should have been looked at.
In the morning of December 2nd, 2014, in the midst of what the family believes was a grand mal seizure, Michael went running out of the house completely naked. Justifying the shooting, the SIU believes he was a threat to the officers and he was armed with a table leg.
This is for a Glock. So you have a Glock 40 or 45, which is what the officer used that day.
All this evidence, though, the MacIsaac's say has been ignored by the SIU.
Definitely, he was shooting towards 7 Drain.
Shell casings, they believe, put Michael 45 feet away, not 7 to 10 feet, as police claim. Witnesses, they say, were not interviewed.
You're saying a lawyer witnessed the whole thing. The SIU knew that this was a witness and they didn't even bother questioning her?
They didn't speak to her. Nope. They still to this day haven't spoke with her. She says there was no de-escalation, and she said, I know. I watched from my window.
The 911 call, which Joanne had independently analyzed, detected 2 possible shots fired just 8.5 seconds after police pulled up.
Oh, oh, God.
Did you hear him issuing police challenge or Michael yelling?
Whatsoever to be shot, not once, but twice.
The recommended overhaul of police oversight will be made public this week, but Joanne MacIsaac isn't holding out much hope for real change.
I'm optimistic he's going to suggest a lot of change, but do I think it's going to happen? No. There's report after report after report, and nothing seems to change.
Joanne is continuing her parallel investigation in the hopes the SIU will reopen theirs, and this tattoo is what she lives by.
It means my brother's keeper. I think about the video we saw of Michael in the street and watching him die, and no, I can't give up. Michael wouldn't give up for one of his sisters.
Now, recommendations from the judicial review will be made public on Thursday after a year-long review of all police oversight agencies in the province, including the SIU, the OIPRD, as well as civilian police commissions.